Hi everyone, my name is Beth. Welcome to my channel. So let's find out what the twin flame tip of the day is. Something's flying here. What is the tip of the day for twin flames? What is the twin flame tip? What's the twip? What's the twip? What's the twin tip? What is it? What's the twin tip of the day? Twin flames. Twin flame tip of the day, please. All right, here we go. So this is about mastering your life through the law of universal oneness. This is big, actually, which means everything in the universe is connected. So this is a very, very, very important law, universal law for everyone, especially on the twin flame journey, because this is what it is pushing you towards. It's pushing you towards the universal law of oneness, really showing you that everything is connected. As you know, you're not, and the twin flame is the biggest teacher for that, because as you know, you're not physically, if you're not physically with your twin flame, you certainly are energetically connected to your twin flame. No matter how much you try not to be, you always are. You're always energetically connected to your twin flame. And so it's almost like the separation is on purpose. The soul purposefully separates. It has nothing to do with the other person. The other person is not running away from you at all. And you're not running away from them at all. What it really is the soul is very magically separating the two physical beings by timelines. I know that sounds weird, but it's very easy for a soul to separate people just by putting them on separate timelines. It's so easy for a soul to do that. And so when you're on separate timelines, you cannot physically be with someone else, no matter how much you try. And it doesn't even have to be with your twin flame. It could be your long lost mother, it could be a long lost child, it could be anyone, okay? But at the same time, you may still feel energetically connected to that person. And that is because we're all connected. And the biggest lesson of that is that of oneness, where we're born with this programming that we're separated. And and in our little avatar bodies, we are physically separated, but energetically, we are not. So the way this works is when you feel your twin flame, or if you feel someone energetically inside of you that never seems to leave, the way to expand is to embrace it, right? So you're embracing your twin flame inside of you spiritually. You're being very heart-centered. You're feeling very empathetic. You're feeling their heart, because it's you, right? Because everyone's you, right? So what you're feeling towards them, they're feeling towards you, and so that deep love that you feel for them inside of you, it's being mirrored back to you inside of you. You could feel their deep love, right? And that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be this spiritual, soul-based, non-physical love, because what happens when you're with them physically and they physically leave, all that does is mirror back separation, right? But the whole point of the twin flame journey is to experience oneness. And so, but it's at a spiritual level. It's at a very high level. It's a high template relationship where you're not experiencing the relationship physically like you do other people. You're experiencing the oneness, where the person can never leave, right? You can't take anything away that's inside you. There's nothing you could, even if you kill me, you still can't take what's energetically connected, because the body dies, but energetically I don't, right? So like nothing you could do can take away the oneness. So energetically I feel connected. And if you could do that to everything, if you could energetically feel connected to everything, And that's why it almost feels like a death, right? Like it feels like a death because you fall in love with this physical person, and the person doesn't. Oh, maybe sometimes actually dies, but normally this depends on your journey. But in my case, didn't die, and then you end up feeling this energetic connection that never leaves. Um, I mean, just I could even hear his thoughts. It just never like he never left. Physically he left, but energetically never left, right? And no matter where I go, I could be anywhere. I could be in outer space and not disconnected, right? Always connected. And I always like to tell the story in my case where I literally felt our chakras click, 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 click. Like I literally felt the chakras clicking, and then I knew that was it. That was the final hammer into the nail, because at that point we were very very connected, and that's what the soul wanted. Yes, we were together physically, but it was the energetic connection afterwards that was the huge lesson of oneness. And then ever since then, it's really feeling that with everything, right? Not just your twin flame, but you're always feeling that oneness with everyone and everything. Um, it's hard with other people if you're not connected to them, like just strangers and stuff. But when you do it with nature, if you do it with animals, or if you even do it with insects, like I can even connect energetically to an insect. It just, you feel it. It's like you feel the connection, you feel the compassion, you feel the being empathetic, you feel the heart centeredness, the love. It's so interesting whenever I start to energetically connect with a tree. Always the wind will start blowing. It's almost like the tree's waving at me in that moment, when before there wasn't. And so it's like the tree, and I just got the chills. And so the tree is connecting with me, so, and it very much energetically. And so that's what this really, the law of universal oneness. To master that is a very high calling, and that is what the twin flame journey is all about. And if you can master this oneness with everything, you really, your life gets very high vibrational, and it's almost like the loophole out of the matrix, if you will. And I'm not saying the matrix is bad, because you are the matrix. Your soul created it. It's like a computer virtual game, but you don't feel the negative effects of the matrix as much. You don't have that roller coaster ride where you're just like, I mean, you have little moments, but nothing like before, where there's like a whole lot of suffering. Um, because when you feel the oneness with everything, nature, it's like you're never alone. You don't feel abandoned anymore. That's a big part of it, because a lot of suffering has to do with abandonment. And when you're no longer feeling abandoned and you feel oneness with everything, and if you're like me and you have nothing but entities inside of you that are like crowding your space, you never feel alone. I know that sounds weird. You'd have to experience it to believe me. Trust me. If anyone told me that this would be my experience, I'd look at them like, you need, psychiatric help. Or I'm going to need psychiatric help if that's true. But anyway, here I am, experiencing this, and but at the same time, how can I possibly feel abandoned? I have this world inside of me, like a whole freaking world that is inside of me. And sometimes I do feel like it's a war. Not gonna lie, I feel like there's a war going inside of me. I get very angry, um, and then outside of me, I tend to not get as angry. I have a little. Don't get me wrong, it's still there, the outside. frustrations are still there, especially when you have someone coming at you. But I do understand it's my mirror and that it's my soul talking to me through others. And I'm all, what now, soul? Like, I don't blame it on the physical being. Like, the physical being's acting a certain way. Maybe they're being rude. And I know it's my soul talking to me on the outside. And I'm all, really? What? What? What can I do? What am I doing wrong now? Right? So anyway, you don't feel abandoned anymore. That's a beautiful thing. um, I don't know. Everyone has their own journey. So I'm sure you all have experienced this new universal oneness. It is a universal law, and it really is the world living inside of you. And just if you could carry that in your heart and feeling heart centered for everything and all parts of you and have that compassion, not an easy feat. But if you can do that, your life just becomes that much more joyous. Let's put it that way. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this. This was your twin flame tip of the day. I do hope you enjoyed your trip of the day. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.